Hello everyone, we have come up with a series of video lectures on overhead chapter. In this particular video, we will be discussing about the concept of overheads, and then in the subsequent videos, we will be discussing the problems regarding. So let's start. The cost, basically on the base of elements, we can divide into two. They are direct as well as indirect cost. Now, how we identify particular cost as direct or indirect? The cost which we can directly identify with the product, or at least in an economical way, we term it as what? Direct cost, and which cannot, that is called as indirect cost. Now, let it be direct or indirect, the elements of cost includes only mainly three elements. Basically, they are material, labor as well as expenses. Now, inside the indirect cost, whatever the material, labor and expenses are there, they are collectively called as what? Overheads. Now, with respect to the direct cost, there is no issue. I can easily trace out with my output. That is, for one output, how much direct materials or direct labor or direct expenses are required, that can be identified. But this is not the case of overheads or indirect cost. It is very hard to do that. So what we have to do is, first we will departmentalize these overheads. Now what is this departmentalization? It means we will identify various departments in the organization to which these overheads can be either allocated or assigned. Now here three terms we have used which we need to clear: allocation, apportionment as well as the departments. Now let me first clear the department angle. In every organization, manufacturing entity, we are talking about that, there will be definitely production department which we are aware of. Apart from the production department, there may be or mostly there will be service department. Production department role is to manufacture the goods. Service department role is basically to assist the production department in their production activities. To give you an example, let us say there are service departments two. For an example, one service department is candidate department and another service department is IT department. The candidate department role is very clear. Now all the staffs or the workers of the organization will definitely go and have lunch in the candidate department, as well as the IT department, which is their another service department, their staff will also go and have lunch in the candidate department. So what is happening here? Candidate department is rendering service to the production department as well as the service department. Now let us look into the perspective of this other service department, that is IT department. IT department's role, let us assume here, is to assist the production department whenever they are facing malfunction in the machines or the computers which are there in the department. Assuming that there are no computers in the canteen department, we can say that IT department is rendering only service to the production department. So what I am trying to convey is, service department may render service to other service department or not, it may be as per the case. But service department are basically designed to render services to the other production department. I hope it is clear. Now the only pending thing remain is allocation and apportionment. Let's discuss that. Overheads, as I discussed, will be departmentalized into the various production department and service department of the organization. Any combination can be possible. There may be one production department, there can be two production department or n production department, and similarly service department too. It can be any number. Now we are talking about allocation and apportionment. Allocation here means wherever I can say this particular overhead is exclusively incurred for this particular production department or service department, this is called as allocation of overhead, which means I can easily identify this particular overhead with respect to that particular department. Now all the other things which we cannot, they are called as, to divide the cost into this department, we use apportionment. To give you an example, let us say there are two production department and there are two service department in the organization. There is a sweeper and there is only one sweeper, and that person is taking care of all the department. Now the sweeper is being paid monthly salary. How I will distribute this sweeper salary to all the production as well as service department when they are rendering, when the sweeper is rendering services to all. So it is done through a suitable basis, which we will be discussing later through problems. And this particular process is called as what? Apportionment. I hope both the allocation and apportionment is also clear. This entire process of departmentalization of the overhead and distribution the cost to this is called as primary distribution of overheads. Moving further, now it is fine that all the cost has been divided between the production department as well as service department. We are talking about the overheads. Now, the production department cost can be absorbed to the finished product and it can be sold in the market. In other angle, I am saying production department can generate revenue from its output. Now, let's think from the point of view of service department. Service department, basically it was designed to render service to production department as well as maybe to other service department. What about its output? Can I sell certain services of the service department to outsiders and can generate revenue? Answer is big no, because basic idea of rendering of service department is to help the production department as well as other service department. So what will happen is, if I distribute the certain overhead to the service department, it will not be getting charged to the products and it will remain unabsorbed. It means it will affect my profit or loss. So that should not happen. I should be able to recover it from the products. So what to do next? So here is what we are talking about: reapportionment of overhead. That is nothing but all the cost which has, all the overhead which has been apportioned to the or allocated to the service department will get reapportioned to the production department. And this entire procedure is called as secondary distribution of overheads. This is called as secondary distribution of overheads. Once the service department cost also gets into the production department, what will happen? All the costs are there with the production department. Now, whenever the production department produces the output, they have total cost, then profit margin will be there. It can be sold in the market. Now, all the costs will remain, all the costs will be charged to the product. There are various methods through which the service department cost is reapportioned to the production department. The methods are listed here. I won't be explaining these methods now because through problems we will be discussing in the upcoming videos. Now, once all the service department's overhead share is also absorbed into the production department, now the production department has all the cost. Not only its own cost, but also the share of the cost of service department. Now, these costs need to be charged to the product which is produced by the respective production department, which is done through a process which is called as absorption. There are various methods of absorption too, which also we will discuss later through our problems and in the subsequent videos. So this is the way our overheads are handled in the costing. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please do subscribe, like, and comment and let us know whether you want further videos also. Thank you.